Good morning. I brought just a few of my friends with me this morning. I'm so delighted to be here to not only talk about this program and the impact that it's having in Greensboro, but I'm going to just take a personal point of privilege here this morning to say that the O. Henry Hotel is one of my favorite places in the world. I mean, I really love coming here, and it was about 10 years ago that my family surprised me with the 25th anniversary party right here in this room. So this room is very special to me, and to have you in it, it's even more special. So thanks for the O. Henry sponsoring this and to have such a beautiful place in this community that we can all be proud of. So I'm here to talk about Impact Greensboro, my favorite subject. And I'm so glad to see so many friends and people that have gone through the program, people that have worked with us through the program. I want to thank Walker and Tara for just working to bring this dream to birth this dream with us as we look about the diversity in the community. One of the things about Impact Greensboro is that it is a program that really reflects the diversity of our community, and we have a lot of strong feelings about how we go about recruiting people to become a part of the program. But why be interested in diversity? Why is it important in our city? Nancy talked about an adaptive community. Being a part of adaptive communities is embracing that diversity and embracing that talent. You know, we all talk about the college students. We have how many universities? 5, 7, sometimes I'm not really sure. And that wealth of people, those people that leave our community. We also have in our community a great immigrant community because we're a resettlement city. We have people from all over the world that bring all kinds of gifts and opportunities to Greensboro. It's a way for us to embrace that knowledge and to also make our city better. We don't want to be like Charlotte, do we? I grew up in Charlotte. I'm from Charlotte. I didn't grow up there. I was born in Charlotte, but we don't want to be like Raleigh. And the thing that makes us so much different than any other community in North Carolina and perhaps in the South is our diversity. If you take a look at the photo in the program, this was our class from last year. It is one of, we recruit participants that reflect the statistical numbers of the community. So we have people from Nepal, we had people from Africa, we had people from all over the world that blended into this group called Impact Greensboro. The program accepts 50 individuals every year. And one of the hallmarks of Impact Greensboro is that it is now a program of the Center for Creative Leadership. And it's so apropos that that is where it is housed now, because we have a great best kept secret in the community of the Center for Creative Leadership and their incredible research evaluation and also support to help incubate this program. So the problems that we have in our community, we tell change agents, they're not problems, they're opportunities. And we come at them from the perspective that they are opportunities. I think I read or heard that in China there's not a word for problem, or it's the word opportunity or the character opportunity. So we do that through a book that each of the change agents read, and I encourage you either borrow a book from one of the change agents or buy the book. It's by Peter Block. It's called Community, the Structure of Belonging. And the structure of belonging has to do with social capital. And social capital is something that the Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro has spent a lot of time and energy in cultivating. And so we base the design of Impact Greensboro on social capital. We wanted people from different faith communities. We wanted people from different backgrounds, colors, perspectives, all the isms. It is a horrendous task to make up the class of Impact Greensboro. And so we're constantly looking at the numbers of people that are applying and how we make up that class. That's important that it reflects Greensboro, because here's the real trick. When you get to the program, first you're going to learn about yourself. So, you have to know yourself. You have to get some insight into what kind of person you are, how you lead, what your perspectives are. Then we do a little bit about structural analysis and power dynamics. I won't get into all the technical terms, but we do a lot of that in terms of understanding communities from those perspectives. And you can talk to some of the change agents in the room that can tell you how powerful that particular session was. We also look at change styles. How do you deal with change? How do you cope with change? How do you make change? Not that kind of change. And we also look at processes in communities. How do you facilitate meetings? How do you gain the kinds of coalitions and collaborations that really are effective? Because that's going to be the new leadership in our community. But how about that new leadership embraces all of the people that are here in Greensboro, from the rich immigrant community, from a large Asian community, from the Montagnard community that was resettled here, helping the United States in the Vietnam War. I tend to think that diversity is the best thing that ever happened, because when we can build on the strengths of people, we are a better community. And so that's what Impact Greensboro is about. We want to do two things. The vision is to democratize the way we go about being in community together. Peter Block talks a lot about that in community and structure of belonging. We also want to develop a large network of change agents in this community that lead from a certain point of view, and from a point of view of strength, not only looking at the community from its strengths, but by certain change principles that you're hear my friends here talk about. We have change agent principles that guide our discussions, and we check ourselves. As a friend of my husband says, let's check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. Let's check ourselves to make sure we're negotiating with transparency, that we are valuing diversity, that we are engaging different perspectives, that we are looking at, we're doing self-reflection. So those are some of the key characteristics of what we're doing. The bottom line is Impact Greensboro is bringing a powerful group of people together that never would have met before. We don't live in the same neighborhoods. We don't go to the same churches or synagogues or mosques. We don't probably even shop in the same areas of town. But yet, we all can call on one another as a powerful network. And that network now has about 300 people.